She tore up a black woman's passport to prove her power. What she didn't know was the nobody in joggers was a federal investigator with authority to shut down the entire airport. In minutes, her smug cruelty exploded into a national scandal, and her career was obliterated by the very system she thought she controlled. Camille Harris had never needed a uniform to command respect. Her authority came from something deeper, a mind trained to see every crack in the system and the will to expose it. That morning, she just wanted to go home. 10 days undercover, posing as everything from a lost tourist to an irate frequent flyer, had left her exhausted. Operation Silver Wing, her brainchild, was a covert assessment of airline security and customer discrimination. It was grueling work. Today, she wore simple gray joggers, a faded Howard University sweatshirt, and sneakers. No badge, no title. Just a black woman waiting to board a flight. Gate 42 buzzed with the familiar symphony of pre-boarding tension. A family tried to calm their overtired toddler. Businessmen scrolled through emails. And at the center of it all, behind a polished counter, was a gate agent named Brenda. Brenda Kowalski was the kind of employee Camille's reports always flagged. Smug in her small power, contempt hidden beneath a brittle smile. Camille watched her greet a white couple with sugary politeness, then snap at an elderly Asian man who asked when boarding would start. When first class was called, Camille stepped forward, passport in hand, digital boarding pass ready. Brenda's eyes traveled over the sweatshirt, the joggers, the skin. First class, she asked, voice flat. Yes, Camille said evenly. Brenda took the passport like it was something unpleasant. She flipped through it without scanning. This looks brand new. It isn't, Camille replied, keeping her tone neutral. Brenda's lips curled. Sweetheart, she said, voice loud enough for the line behind them. People like you can be resourceful. Fake IDs, fake credit cards, fake everything. The words hung in the air, poisonous. Camille felt the old rage coil in her chest, but she did not let it surface. She simply lifted her chin. If you believe the document is invalid, she said, her voice cutting through the hush, scan it or call your supervisor. Brenda's eyes glittered with triumph. Oh, I'll do more than that. She gripped the passport in both hands and tore it in half. The rip was so loud it seemed to crack the air itself. The seal of the United States split like a wound. A gasp rippled through the gate. A woman in the economy line raised her phone, recording. Brenda let the pieces flutter onto the counter, her arms folded. Problem solved. For a heartbeat, Camille only looked at the torn passport. A decade of travel, her identity, her proof of belonging. Then she looked up. Brenda expected screaming, maybe tears, but she didn't expect the glacial stillness in Camille's eyes. You have just destroyed a federal document, Camille said calmly. That's a felony. Brenda blinked. It was a fake, she snapped, but her voice cracked. Camille ignored her. She tapped a contact on her phone. Director Alvarez, this is Harris, she said, her tone professional, almost bored. Code black. Hartsfield-Jackson, Gate 42. Immediate response requested. We have a breach of federal compliance and destruction of government property. Brenda's smirk faltered. Wait, who are you? Camille met her stare, unflinching. I'm the senior federal investigator for the FAA's Office of Security Compliance. I designed the protocols you just violated. Her words hit Brenda like a slap. Within minutes, 2 TSA officers and a pair of federal agents appeared. They didn't speak to Brenda. They went straight to Camille. Ma'am, can you confirm your ID? Camille produced a backup credential. The agents examined it, then turned to Brenda. You're done, one of them said flatly. The next hours unfolded like a slow-motion avalanche. Brenda was escorted away, face drained of color. Her supervisor tried to intervene, but was silenced by the agent's jurisdiction. Passengers whispered. Cameras rolled. As the crowd parted, Camille gathered the torn halves of her passport with deliberate care. Later, as the investigation widened into the airline's hidden rot, systemic discrimination, falsified safety records, a culture of arrogance. Brenda realized she hadn't just humiliated the wrong woman. She detonated her own life. What would you do if you witnessed this? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stand with those who refuse to stay silent.